is Hidden Wave getting a rebalance. It all started when someone asked Nim if the QA team was ever going to check the Hidden Wave again. Nim said that he has actually started working on a Hidden Wave rebalance 4 times, which is quite a lot. However, he also mentioned that none of those attempts were ever finished. So at this point, it's basically just a side project. But there's another problem, and this is where things get a little more complicated. Nim said that half of the issue is the implementation. According to him, a good Hidden Wave should be a chaotic Hidden Wave, and that's true. However, the current enemy set doesn't really allow them to create that kind of experience. So they would need to change the enemies that appear in the Hidden Wave. But the problem is that this would require them to create custom stats for a lot of enemies that normally don't appear in Fallen mode. So basically, they don't want to just take the existing enemies and put them into the Hidden Wave. It needs a custom stats for it, which makes the whole process much more complicated. That's probably one of the main reasons why the Hidden Wave rebalance keeps getting pushed aside and remains a side project for now. I do think the Hidden Wave could use a rebalance at some point. However, I'm not entirely sure if it's really necessary right now. As of today, we're still seeing some players successfully beating it based on the number of players who have the Hidden Wave badge. Only a small number of players have managed to defeat it, so I'm not sure if that's because most players have simply forgotten about the Hidden Wave or if it's genuinely still that difficult. Either way, if they decide to rebalance it, then I think that's perfectly fine. But honestly, as long as the Hidden Wave is still working properly, I'm personally okay with it staying the way it is for now.